Alright guys, welcome to Field Series Review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Sitka's most popular waterfowl bibs, the Hudson Bibs. Alright guys, so I've been meaning to make this video for a while. I don't know why I haven't. I think I actually filmed it before and then I lost the footage and just haven't gotten back around to it. But today I'm going to tackle the Hudson Bibs. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with the Hudson Bibs. Hear me out. I love the Hudson Bibs because they do a really good job at what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to keep the water, the wind, the mud, the muck, all of that off of you, keep you dry, keep the wind and water off of you, keep all of your insulative layers nice and dry, and to keep you warm that way. My hate with the Hudson Bibs is that they have no insulation. They gave us the name Hudson, and I was naive and didn't read the description, and if I had read the description I would have seen that there's no Permaloft listed. There's also no Berber fleece listed. And those are the two primary ways that Sitka has insulation in their pieces. Go and look at the Hudson jacket. You're going to have Permaloft insulation. Go look at the gradient pants. You're going to have Berber fleece for the insulation. Hudson doesn't have any of that. We're going to flip them inside out and look at the interior here in a little while, and you'll see what they mean by their micro fleece and flannel and all that kind of stuff. So let's get to the love of the Hudson Bibs, because there's a lot of really good things to like about the Hudson Bibs. The Hudson Bibs are 100% waterproof, windproof Gore-Tex. They have, you're going to have knee pads that come with them, but you're also going to have an additional coating here on your knees. They have a ripstop build so that you're not going to rip the knees. You're doing a lot of going through brush, bending down, brushing blinds, setting decoys, everything that you do as a duck hunter, which is a lot of work in the prep, especially in the dark and it's cold and it's wet and you want to keep everything dry. A lot of people ask me what's the difference between these and the Pantanal bibs that they used to have. The biggest difference is this is the stretch Gore-Tex. This Gore-Tex that's on the new Hudson Bibs, that's now on the Hudson new Hudson jacket, now on the Hudson Bibs, stretches with you, so it's more athletically inclined. What I mean by that is you can move around more, get in and out of the boat, in and out of the buggy, move around. Everything works great. What they also added that the Pantanal Bibs don't have, and we'll look at it when we flip it inside out, is there is an adjustable elastic waistband. So that allows you to go in and out based on how many layers you have. I can't remember the straps for the Pantanals, but I love the straps that they have for the Hudson Bibs. They're the same straps that are on the Stratus Bibs, and I'm assuming that these are going to be the same straps that are on the waders, but very much adjustable. You have a hook and you have all these different openings right here for you to be able to go through and easily hook based on your height. A lot of different ways to kind of make these your own. I like the elastic waistband and I like the shoulder straps, the way that you can adjust them, so you can get away with a lot. You can get away with wearing these as advertised in mid-season with just maybe a pair of grinder pants underneath them that are uninsulated, and then into the lower seasons where you put in gradient pants on underneath them. One of the great features about Sitka's bibs, and this goes for the Hudson Bibs and the Stratus Bibs, and I'm assuming the Fanatic Bibs have them too, I can't remember, is the hip zip. You can unzip and zip these things all the way up to your hip. This makes them very easy to get on and off. This allows you to dissipate heat whenever you are doing all that work out in the field before you get started hunting. You can open these guys all the way up and let all that heat out. Okay, that's a great feature. It's also, it keeps you from getting everything so muddy. You can just slip your boots right down in there with no issues. You're gonna have a couple of pockets on the front here. You're gonna have two pockets out onto the front for you to open up with Velcro and be able to slide your hand down there and put shells, whatnot that you need to. You're gonna have two chest pockets right here. These are not going to connect as there is a zipper that comes all the way down the middle This zipper is fantastic for, because we've all been in the woods, and as soon as you get settled, you got to go to the bathroom. This is great to be able to zip all the way down in the middle. You're going to have a waterproof zipper right here on the inside of the right, outside on the right breast. Great for putting your cell phone, car keys, things like that. It's going to keep them dry. We talked about the knee pads already. And then on the butt of these guys, flip them over, you're going to have an extra reinforcement right here. So if you're sitting in the blind, you're sitting on the boat, anything that you kind of like have to sit on your butt for, you're going to have some extra durability there, so you don't wear a hole in the Gore-Tex here. So no, Gore-Tex is super strong, but this is also makes it very easy for it to bend, so you're bending at that hip, and this is going to stretch even more and make them even more comfortable. All right, guys, so if you're looking at getting the Hudson Bibs, you're going to be paying a pretty penny for these guys, especially for the fact that they're uninsulated. You're going to be paying $549. They're going to come sizes medium through 3X. You're going to get a tall version with an extra 2 inches in the inseam in XL. Well, I think XL is the only one they have XLT. I did a measurement on these. I think it's about a 33-inch inseam from the crotch down to the heel for the XLs and the larges. You're gonna get 2 extra inches if you get the XLTs. So it's a 35-inch inseam. So you guys that are like 6'4" and above, you'll want to get the XLT. These are gonna come in timber, which you see here, and they're also gonna come in marsh. Now, I'll do a more in-depth review when I get my hands on like the layout bib pants and the Boreal bib pants. But just touching on that real quick, people say, what's the difference? What's the difference? These don't have Permaloft insulation. You have to bring your own insulation to the party. So whatever you insulate underneath these guys, you're gonna lock in and keep warm. The layout bib pants and the Boreal are gonna have that built-in Permaloft. So if you're a whitetail hunter, think about it like this. These are the Stratus bibs of the waterfowl world, and the Boreal and the layout, those are going to be the Fanatic and Incinerator bibs that come with all that insulation. These are great bibs to have because you can be very versatile with them. But for the price tag, I would have liked a little bit of Permaloft in there. All right, guys. So I'm going to show you getting on and off the Hudson Bibs. This is a system I would typically wear with them. This is monk boots. This is the wetland monk boots. Gradient pants in timber. This is the 2020. So you can kind of see how they fit, not much difference than the other gradient pants. And then normally I would wear core lightweight bottom, core heavyweight bottom, gradient pants, and then I put the Hudson on over all of that to kind of lock everything in, keep me dry, keep the elements off me. So these hip zips make it really, really easy to just slide your boot right through. Just let me do it on this side. You got mud on this floor, I know it. So go ahead and have one strap situated. And this is a size extra large that I'm wearing right here. Now, as you can see, I still have my hip zips open, so if I'm working, I need to dissipate some of that heat or whatnot, I can leave these open. And then when I'm ready, just run them all the way down. And then I have my Hudson Bibs. So everything we talked about, pockets in the front here, shells, whatnot, anything that I need. I took the knee pads out of here. I feel like these are wider than the Pantanal bibs were. The Pantanal bibs were a little bit tighter. There's plenty of room to move around in these. I do some other things with these, with hip boots. I'll show you guys that in another video. Have our wader pockets right here. We actually have pockets on both sides here. On the outside, the waterproof line pockets, so you're going to be able to put a phone or whatnot in there. You can see the additional covers there on the butt. And overall, to keep everything where it needs to be, the Hudson Bibs do a really good job. All right, guys, so we're looking at the inside of the Hudson Bibs here. As you can see, no insulation through here. It's just all the stretch Gore-Tex to protect you. This is where your knee pads come in and out. We start to come up the Hudson Bibs here. You can see this sort of micro fleece here. It's about as thick as like a washcloth or something. It's not. This is not Primaloft. This is not Berber fleece. It's very, very thin. It's just primarily made for you to be very comfortable whenever you are wearing these, moving around and whatnot. The real warmth that these guys add is by keeping the wind off of you, and whatever insulation you have on under them, let them actually do their work. All right, so this is a back shot of the Hudson Bibs. This is the back of your hamstring all the way down. See, there's no insulation in there. Still have this micro fleece. They call it a flannel material, but anyway, it's just a micro fleece. It's not like Primaloft or Berber fleece. But I wanted to show you the rear, show you the super cool feature about the Hudson Bibs, though, same as the Stratus Bibs, is that you can actually adjust, trying to do this with one hand, you can actually adjust the waist size of your bibs, something that a lot of bibs are missing. I have mine pulled pretty tight, but the more that you layer, the more you can open that up. I think that's a really cool function. Right here, you have this sort of neoprene stretch material right on your ribs to allow you to move. And on the butt, you've got more of the, like I said, the microfleece flannel material to allow you to easily move your hips as you're in and out of the blind, in and out of the boat and whatnot. So that's an interior look of the Hudson Bibs. All right, guys. So I want to remind you that we're still going through our Dixie Falco Pacific Falco hat giveaway. All you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel, like the video, and comment down below with the state in which you are from. This week's winner is Patrick Boatwright from South Carolina. Congratulations, Patrick. Just email me at philseriesreview@gmail.com with your shipping address, and we'll get a free hat out to you. Everybody else, stay tuned for next week's winner.